Hey everyone, how's it going? Elliot here again. In today's video, we are going to be doing a Let's Refurb on a Nintendo DSi. Now I know what you're saying, you've just done a Let's Refurb on a Nintendo DSi, and that is 100% true. Here it is right here. I never found the black battery cover, but a friend of the channel, Adam, from SomeThingElseYT, messaged me on Twitter and asked me to try and fix his Nintendo DSi. He said it was very important that the memory doesn't get deleted on this because this was a console that was really important to him, and he wants to make a video on it and express how important it was to him and what impact it had on his life. So it's really important that the memory of this doesn't get destroyed as we're doing this. So I've brought back this DSi, and what we're going to do is take a couple of photos on here, pop the battery out, and then put it back in again, just to test that the memory isn't going to get destroyed. So here it is in here. Everything was sent by FedEx on like a extremely fast shipping. This thing literally arrived in like probably 3 or 4 days, which from the US is mad. So here it is. Basically, he said what the problem was the L&R shoulder buttons don't work. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn it on then, and on the main menu you can press the L&R trigger and that operates the camera. So let's have a look. Yeah, nothing. Not even if you press it really hard. Let's just open up the DSi camera as well, because they act as shutter buttons. Nope. Nothing. Okay. So what I said we'll do is we'll pop open the this DS here. We'll take a quick photo on here and make sure that that we've got some memory on here. And then what we will do is we'll make sure that the photo is saved. So there we go. There's the photo. We'll save that. And let's go ahead and disassemble this and put it back together and just double check that we're not going to destroy Adam's memory. Taking the battery out of these things is really easy. It's just 2 screws on the side and pops out. There we go, there's the battery, and I just guess we'll give it a couple of seconds, but it should, we'll just make sure that the power is drained out of it. It should immediately, on the old Nintendo DS's, the DS Fat I believe they're called, or people call them the DS Fat or the original, as soon as you take the battery out of that, it wipes the memory. So let's see. I did do a little bit of research and it said that the memory wouldn't get deleted, so we should be absolutely fine. But let's have a look. Okay, and there is the photo. It has saved and there's no problem at all. So what we're going to do then for Adam's DS is take it apart. We'll find out why the buttons might not be working, because I feel like they've got, you know, plenty of click in there, and if it isn't something that's fixable, then I'm just going to replace the shoulder buttons for him completely. Okay, this should actually be a very simple process. Once you've unscrewed the back, there is one ribbon just holding it down, and once you take it off, we then don't actually need to touch anything on this side at all. Just give it a little maybe dust over or something, but we don't actually need to go any further. If you're looking for a video to go further into the DSi, then I'll link the original Refurb on there, but this is where the L&R buttons are. So it looks like there's a few screws just holding around the bracket where the SD card is stored. I imagine there's going to be a little board here somewhere, because obviously we're going to have some data coming from the L&R triggers and also from the SD card. So maybe this ribbon cable is what transfers all of that. So there we go, that slots off, and there's a little board in there like I suspected. This all seems to be actually a part of, you know, the L&R trigger also seems to be a part of the board of the SD card. So this is all complete news to me. So we'll take that off and remove a few more screws around the side here. This is a bit of an adventure. Okay, and just like that, I've removed the whole board here, which has the volume buttons on the side, the little metal battery bank, the flex cable coming from the L and R triggers, which you can see here. This is the culprit of why I presume this isn't working. And there's also the SD card reader there as well. So what I'm going to actually do is just replace that with one that I've got from a different DS, and we'll put that all back in. I'm going to clean this all up, and then we shall test if that works. So what I've actually got is this backboard from a different DSI. So what I'm going to do is just pop that onto the back of Adam's one. So we're just going to slot the white one onto the back there like that. And obviously this is a very dirty, grimy looking thing going on here. We'll pop the SD card back in as well. So all of Adam's stuff is still here, and if we press the L and R, here we go. Hey, okay, so there's the front-facing camera, and there's the right trigger working absolutely fine. So there we go, brilliant. I'll take a nice selfie for Adam to see when he gets this back. Here we go. That is absolutely terrifying. Okay, so there we go. We have now just successfully tested that this procedure A, won't destroy the battery memory, and B, that it was in fact just that that flex cable with all of the buttons and stuff on there. So I think what the best thing to do then is to just straight up remove the one from this white shell, and then I will pop it back into Adam's one, give everything a nice clean, and then we'll be ready to send it back to him. I believe he's also going to make a video on this, which is kind of the whole point. So I'll be able to link that when that goes up. So yeah, hopefully you guys will see that. So let's get back into the refurb. Okay, and just like that, that is all ready to go back in now. So I'll pop that to one side and reattach the ribbon cable. Click all back into place, just like so. And we'll pop the screws back in. It's really important that you remember where all of these screws go, because they're actually, quite a few of them are very different. So you just need to be really, really careful. If you plan on doing this yourself, or if you need to do this yourself, maybe. I've done it quite a few times, so I'm okay most of the time at putting the stuff back together, but I still make mistakes. And let's check that it all works. Oh, I should probably put the SD card back in. Okay, and there's a few things we need to check. Volume, which works fine, and the LNR. There we go, L works fine, and we should check R as well. Okay, absolutely fantastic. Okay, so there we go. I hope you guys have all enjoyed this video. The final thing to do really is just to give everything a clean. I've mentioned it a million times on my videos before. I always recommend Mr. Sheen. It's basically just like a multi-surface polish, but it makes everything just look and smell like new. So you know, it just takes off the kind of the dirt on the front, on the top, and everything like that, and it gives it a nice little shine because it's a polish. Okay, I hope you guys have all enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.